Now, a great deal of respect here for vs.Gelabert, who was the last rider out in round number 2, and who is going to have to go first here in the consolation final. Adam Raga eliminated from the grand final contention in heat number 1, and with 16 marks. vs.Gelabert finished with 20 marks as the consolation qualifier from heat number 2. So it'll be vs.Gelabert versus Adam Raga in the consolation final. vs.Gelabert into section number 1. 2 directions for this one. It's section 1 from round number 1 and then section 1 from round number 2. And it's only a minute for both directions to be completed. You saw it there with a close-up from the mini camera. 1 mark already dropped. Now that's going to be 2 for vs.Gelabert. It's going to be tough for him to go head-to-head with Adam Raga here tonight. But he's giving it a good go. That's going to be a 3rd drop mark. So any further drop marks will be a failure through accumulation. But vs.Gelabert is out of section number 1. First section of the lap, and it's completed. So far, so good by vs.Gelabert. Now it's the round 2 direction. He can't do it. 5 mark score for Gelabert then. 3 marks was his score in the round 1 direction. In the round 2 direction, it was a failure. Gelabert dropped 3 marks in round number 1 on that section as well. Adam Raga suffered a failure in round 1 in section number 1. So will he suffer another failure doing the same section in this consolation final? And it'll keep things tight if he does, with 4 sections in the consolation final, 1 at a time at this stage of the competition and onwards. The same in the grand final. In the grand final, though, we have 6 sections, 4 sections for the consolation. One minute for the 2 directions for Adam Raga in section 1 of the consolation final. vs.Gelabert versus Adam Raga. This for a place on the podium, and also for Adam Raga rather's run of consecutive podium finishes. 29 consecutive podium finishes arriving this weekend, Adam Raga. He's got to beat vs.Gelabert if he wants to make it 30 consecutive podium finishes. Real achievement for the all-time podium record holder, Adam Raga. 2 drop marks so far in the first half. Section 1 of this consolation final. The round 1 direction completed. Now about the round 2 direction. Raga is up and on the back wheel. 1 drop mark for leading, and that's a foot, so surely that's a failure. Yes, it is, confirmed. Adam Raga has failed section number 1. Just got the assistant trying to haul the bike away. Gets a little bit of assistance from the section observer as well. To add insult to injury, the klaxon sounds at the end of the 60 seconds, so Raga was not going to make it anyway, frankly, on time. But it's 5 marks apiece, with only 3 sections now to decide things in this consolation final. We go on to section number 2, which is a repeat of section 3 from the opening round. vs.Gelabert failed his first time out, and he's failed it second time around as well. 2 failures in a row then for vs.Gelabert. 10 marks out of 10. Certainly struggling with a foot injury that he suffered in pre-season training. Caused him to miss Extra Budapest, of course, and that's the reason he's got so much ground to make up in the championship standings. Gelabert sits in 6th coming into this event. He's going to have made up some ground by making it through to the round 2. And through round 2 and to the consolation final for the first time this season, but he was over 30 points back from the podium positions coming into this event, so it's not going to make much of a dent ahead of it. Adam Raga, first step of section number 2. He's made it up. It's going to be 1 drop mark for leaning. He made it through this section in the opening round, did Adam Raga, and did so with a 2 mark score. Can he go better than that? Drops 5, he'll be level with Gelabert. Anything else, and he will move ahead in this consolation final. Taking his time here, Adam Raga. He's made it up that step as well, quite nicely. Still just 1 mark dropped. Less than half of the allotted time for this section remaining, but he's in a good position. Just 1 step to go. And Adam Raga makes it out of section number 2 to claim a 4 mark lead in this consolation final. with only 2 sections remaining. Barring any dramas, Adam Raga will keep that consecutive run of podium finishes going. Halfway through the consolation final, Adam Raga. Not going to add to his 38 career wins. He is challenging for a 109th career podium. Gelabert then into section number 3. This one new for the consolation final. In fact, both of the remaining sections are new at this stage of the competition. It will be an advantage, of course, for Adam Raga because he gets to see Gelabert ride through it first. So far, so good for Gelabert. Nicely done there with the front wheel flicking forward, landing that nicely. One big step still to go. This is the step that in the opposite direction was completely impossible. At least in this direction he's got a grab. A lot of run-up room. That angle makes it look positively flattering. Up he goes. It's going to be a mark drop for leading, but Gelabert completes his first section of the consolation final, his first consolation final appearance of 2019. And it's just the one drop mark there for Gelabert. Adam Raga now for section number 3. World number 2. At the moment, looking set to be world number 2 in 2019 again. We'll have to do the maths later on. Get the abacuses out to work out whether Raga is already confirmed second place with Raga eliminated, of course, in round number 2. Raga in now to section number 3, and makes that first step look easy enough. Raga had such a strong start to this 2019 season. Victory in Barcelona, just 4 marks away from Tony Bow in Budapest at the season opener as well. He was the championship leader after round number 2, and his season's fizzled out somewhat. 13 points back coming into this event. Really needed a victory here tonight. And to get a victory, he needed to move through to a grand final. So, Ronnie Fajardo denying him. Adam Raga, though, looks set to get a consolation in the consolation final as he makes it through in section number 3. 1 drop mark, so it's not a mathematical certainty yet. It goes to section number 4 to decide 3rd place at Extra Marseille. 11 marks for Gelabert, 7 for Adam Raga. Any further drop marks for Gelabert, and he'd be in the danger zone. 1 drop mark he can afford. Any more than that, and Adam Raga will have 3rd position sewn up. Gelabert certainly not having the 2019 he planned for. Firstly, that injury, but then Charles Granada last time out was really disappointing. Had a good performance in Bilbao. It's the first time he's appeared in the top 4 this season. Gelabert, section number 4. Elegant riding so far. Section observer still marks him down as clean. Big A-frame still to come. This will be the biggest challenge of section number 4. We'll try and get across it, but also stop the front wheel falling away once he gets over. And he's done it nicely on the back wheel. Really strong ride there from Gelabert. The whole frame moving under the weight of the bike. Gelabert is through. His first clean off the lap. Consolation final, lap total of 11. And now it's over to Adam Raga. Gelabert keeps his podium hopes alive here at Extra Marseille. If Adam Raga fails this section number 4, then Gelabert will take 3rd position. If Adam Raga gets through section 4, he takes a podium place. Gelabert, a former podium finisher, of course, was the runner-up at Extra Strasbourg last season in his debut campaign. This actually Gelabert's first season as a permanent rider. He was an event rider last season. Qualified one from 1 round to the next very nicely indeed. 50 seconds on the clock for Adam Raga. The first step made successfully here in section number 4. Pressure is on him as he aims to keep his podium run alive. So strong in the non-championship X-Trial in Nice last weekend where he was the winner. But when it's battered under pressure tonight, it hasn't gone well so far. What's he going to do under pressure here? The final step of section number 4 in this consolation final. 5 times a winner of Extra Marseille, Adam Raga, battling for his 109th career podium. Calm with the exit, and he's through. Adam Raga claims 3rd position here tonight. It's not the result he wanted, but it was the most he could have got out of that consolation final. He's clean in section 4, he finishes on 7. 4 marks his advantage over Gelabert. Confirmation of the result then of the consolation final. Adam Raga finishes it on 7. Gelabert, still his best finish of the season, finishes on 11. Well, that's 2 events in a row now where Adam Raga has failed to make the grand final, and that's cost him in the context of the championship. Gelabert scores 9 championship points to move on to 23. Adam Raga picks up 12 championship points and moves on to 74. Sporting gesture from Gelabert as he congratulates Adam Raga for his victory in the consolation final here tonight. The only difference between them, as you can see from the images here, section number 2, which Gelabert failed, Adam Raga got up with just a single drop mark. Both were evenly matched from there on in. Gelabert particularly strong in section 3, it must be said, to get through with a single mark, but Raga matching him. And then Raga under pressure in section number 4 to get through. Did so quite spectacularly. See here, Adam Raga making the final steps towards victory in the consolation final, enough for 3rd place here tonight. There is confirmation of the result then. Adam Raga with 7 drop marks and Gelabert with